Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Friday, July 6th. And what does that mean? That means it's my anniversary. Oh, wait, no, that means Big Brother, and it is my anniversary, just had their first live eviction. And so it went about as good as it could go, except for Steve, of course. The vote, couple of thoughts. It was very interesting. I was sitting there thinking that both Haley and Caitlyn might flip, and yet it turned out only Caitlyn flipped. And it seems that Haley wasn't aware that Caitlyn ended up flipping. She and Bailey afterwards were dancing and celebrating in the diary in the storage room, and they were speculating that Scotty flipped. And at first I thought, okay, Haley's just saying that to Bailey because she knows. No, I don't think she knew. I don't think Haley really understood that Caitlyn had been the flip vote. So I think she kind of thinks it now, but at the time I don't think she thought it. So that's interesting, considering those two were so like besties. And Caitlyn really did a rogue thing last night, it would appear. I even wonder if she did a rogue thing because of the way CBS lined up the vote, because usually I would have put Caitlyn, if they knew the vote going in ahead of time, if CBS did, why did they put Caitlyn last? Because as it turned out, they put her in second to last, and she was the seventh vote. It would have, if they put Angie, aka Rockstar, in second to last, then it would have been a tie vote. So that would have been a cliffhanger, 6-6, and then Caitlyn comes in and she makes it 7-6. But instead, Caitlyn made it 7-5, and then Angie made it 7-6. I just was odd. I just really expected them to stack the vote differently, and maybe that shows that CBS doesn't always know exactly who's going to go up until that last minute. Because some of us think that they already know. They've been told who they have to vote for. They can't change their mind. I don't know. Maybe they thought Haley was going to vote to evict Steve, and she didn't, so they didn't bother stacking it because they thought it was going to be 8-5. I don't know. It was interesting. There's. I have to say this, and I will probably say this on our podcast tomorrow night on Big Brother Gossip, the Big Brother Gossip show. There's been a lot of good things so far about this season. We've not had, no alumni. The feeds came back immediately after the show ended last night. There was no long gap. They didn't keep us without the feeds, which they've done in the past sometimes. They've locked the feeds down and we haven't seen anything. It's just, it's like, wow. Are they actually taking some of the things we've suggested and actually listening to them? They fixed the voting last night, although there was not an obvious link on the webpage, it seemed. We found the link, or someone posted a link and a bunch of us retweeted it. So for those of us that knew, you could get to the link. It's actually the America's Favorite page. So the old URL that was for America's Favorite is now the voting page for this the trending thing. So I made a shortcut, which is easy to remember, vote.bigbrotherlivefeeds.com. That link, that URL, vote.bigbrotherlivefeeds.com, will redirect you directly to the long URL that's the CBS site. So that's one way to get to it if you want to. You have to be. You do have to be. I think you have to be a CBS All Access subscriber to use that page, and maybe that's the difference. Is that you don't have to be a CBS All Access, I don't think, to use the other methods. But the other methods were just sloppy, messy, horrible. Just if you're going to do an app thing, make an actual app. Make a Microsoft app or an iOS app. Sorry, Microsoft. make an iOS app and an Android app, and actually just have people download it, use it, and just make it simple. This is what you do with this app. It lets you vote from this time to this time. That's it. It would be so simple to make an actual app. I don't understand why they haven't done it. All right, let me move on. So the voting was just not what I expected. And then Haley winning head of household, everybody joked, wouldn't it be glorious? I thought, there's no way in hell she is going to win, or not Haley, Caitlyn. There's no way in hell Caitlyn is going to win head of household. It would have to be a completely dumb luck thing that it would happen. Because she'd also said, this is what she said, was that if she got it, she'd put up Fessy and Swaggy. Now, that's what she said night before last. And so people are like, oh my God, wouldn't that be glorious if she did this? Well, she does seem to be thinking about putting up Swaggy, but she's got to actually do it yet, by the way. But she also told Fessy he's safe. So I don't think she's going to put up Fessy. But I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I could easily see her putting up, if she actually pulled the trigger and put up Swaggy, putting up Swaggy and someone like Scotty, or just an easy person to put up, call him a pawn, but someone that doesn't seem to have much strength in the house at this moment. And Scotty is the closest. Scotty or JC are the closest to being outsiders that they weren't strongly within an alliance yet. So possibly, maybe that. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll know more as the kiss the ring ceremonies go on. Which, for those of you that don't understand the thought of kiss the ring, it's where they do one-on-ones. It's pretty much become a pattern now. So they do one-on-ones with the head of household, and they talk to everybody one-on-one, and you get an idea where it's going. And sometimes Big Brother cuts them short when you think they're doing it because they want a certain person to get nominated. But that's all conspiracy talk. I'm not saying that's the case. But it should be really interesting. It should be Caitlyn's not going to have much time to get to her nominations, but she's still going to be head of household for the whole week. And I just anticipate, hopefully, some really good paranoia, freaking out once she's no longer, she'll have the opportunity to change her nominations with power veto, or at least the opportunity to think about it, whether or not it gets used. And then, of course, once everything's done and she no longer has any control and no longer has a vote, will be the freak out time for that. So that could be very entertaining. You have to understand, by the way, you have to remember, we say it time and time again, and I'm saying it again now for you all, don't have a favorite. Just think of how messy and fun this could be. Understand, this could mean that your favorite may get put up for a nomination. I'm not particularly crazy about the thought that Swaggy might get voted out this week. But somebody has to go this week, probably, or unless Sam uses her power. But somebody has to go this week, and I'm not looking at anyone in the house right now and going like, oh, I kind of wish they would go. I'm really not. I'm kind of like, oh, if they go, I'll kind of miss this part of the aspect. And some people are going, yeah, you won't miss this at all. But my point is that there's nobody that is a complete, absolute dud in the house that isn't playing the game, that isn't trying to strategize and talk about stuff. They're all actually playing the game and doing stuff. So whoever gets let go this week, it won't be some people are going to be disappointed, I guess, is what I would say. More than average. There's a pretty much every person in the house has probably some amount of fans. Okay. So that's where we're at. Caitlyn's head of household. No idea on nominations except for maybe Swaggy. She seems to be leaning hard on Tyler. And some people are saying this is going to be Tyler's head of household. We'll see. She doesn't seem to be as negative on Fessy as I thought she might be. And people are saying this whole jealousy thing. I will say again, I don't think it was an actual relationship jealousy thing any more than Fessy was jealous of Caitlyn talking to guys. I think it was more of a, wait, you're my alliance member. You're supposed to be my secret alliance member. And you're looking at other people a little bit too much for my likes. And I think that's the driving thing behind how upset she got about Fessy and Kate and Haley. Because we saw Fessy get upset about Caitlyn talking to some of the other guys too. He got a little bit jealous and he would stare daggers. And that may have been a little bit more of a relationship thing too, though. Because, but I'm giving Caitlin the benefit of the doubt because I don't think she's looking at Fessy as a potential showmance person or anything. I really think it was just, no. We're loyal to each other. What are you doing talking to that other girl? No. Your eyes can't be wandering because you're going to lose focus and you're going to just think with something besides the walnut that's behind your eye socket. All right. Am I done? I think I'm about done. So I'm going to wrap things up here. And I didn't do any plugging at the beginning, so now will come the plugs. And I'm just, as I said, I'm going to do this for the first few weeks just to catch new people that are somehow coming across this for the first time, that haven't heard me, that came across it via iTunes or TuneIn or Stitcher. I always say TuneIn. I still don't know if I'm on TuneIn or not. I need to check that. Stitcher or Google Play. Some other venue than Spreaker, which is or Twitter, which is where I started doing these CarCasts at. So if you happen to be listening to this from one of those other ways, welcome. Thanks for listening to my CarCast. These are very poorly produced. It's just me in my car as I drive to work in the morning, most mornings, and I'm just telling you what's going on. And this is what I do during the week. On the weekends, on Saturday, we have our Big Brother Gossip Show, which is myself, Scott, and Colette, and that's where we really fill you in on what the heck's going on with audio clips, and we will talk much more depth about all this stuff. And I think we'll have some disagreements this weekend. I think with Colette, she's picking people that I don't necessarily like and having these favorites that she's rooting for. And you know that Colette doesn't like it when people don't like her picks, and I'm not behind the bros, and I think she's liking the bros now. So we'll have to see. And Scott will disagree with whatever he wants to disagree with too. So, but more people seem to be worried about me disagreeing with Colette right now. And I say me because I'm sure people are worried if Scott disagrees with Colette as well, but he's not the one talking, I am. And Scott and I disagreeing is no big thing because it's kind of one of those, it's one of those bro things versus guy girl things or girl things, I think, where, two guys can say, you're stupid, and hit each other and then go, let's go have a beer. Sure, let's go have a beer. Whereas, a guy and a woman, and this is total generalizations, by the way. I understand this isn't the case in every instance. A guy and a woman, you don't agree with me? How dare you not agree with me? And then, of course, women versus women. Oh, you don't agree with me? Oh, that's okay. In the background. And so, yeah. All right. I got totally sidetracked. That's it. Yes, we have our Patreon site. If you are a fan of the Big Brother Gossip Show, please go to patreon.com. Let's look for the Big Brother Gossip Show. It's actually patreon.com/Big Brother Gossip, I think. And you can sign up to become a patron and just throw a buck or two our way and say, thanks, I really think your podcasts are great. And I know you guys don't make any money from any sponsorships. The only sponsorship we have is the Big Brother, the patrons. So we appreciate it. It's what keeps us coming back. Trust me at this point. 18 years of Big Brother. We're in Big Brother 20, but this is technically 18 years. It started 18 years ago this week. There, we're done. I'm done talking. I will catch you guys. Well, in this case, it's Friday. I may not talk to you again until Monday. I may talk to you after nominations. There's always the chance. I did two yesterday. There's always the chance I throw out a second one, but I try to limit it to one because I know I don't want it to clog up people's timelines with more audio of me rambling, as I've just done again. All right. See you later, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.